Good morning and welcome to day 124 northbound on the Appalachian Trail. Doing well. Had a good night's sleep in the tent last night. It actually wasn't too hot. I did put the fly on per one person at camp who said, you know, you never can trust the weather. It can start raining in the middle of the night. And he was right. So he had a big Agnes tent too. So what I did is I put the fly on, but I lifted all the flaps up. So if it did start to rain, we had a quick, cover up. But it never rained, and there was a nice breeze. And Micah was very comfortable in the tent last night. He slept on his little pad, and he was right up against me. And both of us stayed nice and cool. So that was good. It was a very, very good night's sleep. I slept late. I slept till 7, which is fine. I just think I needed it because it's been very warm and the terrain has been, hilly. I just climbed for probably 2 miles up this pretty big mountain. Now we're heading down. There's a couple of other pitches today. So, yeah, getting our legs ready for the big mountains of Massachusetts. We've got Greylock coming up in a week or so probably. And, of course, Vermont. We've got Killington, Bromley, Stratton. We've got all those ski mountains to climb. And then, of course, New Hampshire and Maine. So we got to get ready for those. So that's all good. My pack is a little bit lighter because I'm trying to eat a lot and lighten things up. So that feels good. But I am carrying quite a bit of water just because it is so hot. And I want to make sure Micah gets enough. Even though he drinks from streams, you never know if the streams are going to be dry or what have you. So just carrying a little bit more extra water than I usually do. But everything's good. And today I have 2 options. One is a 14 mile hike to Cedar Campground area. So in Connecticut, you are not allowed to stealth camp or disperse camp. You can only camp in areas that are designated for camping. And in my guide, 14 miles from where I slept last night, there is a designated place in Connecticut where I could camp. So when I get to that camp spot, if I'm feeling good, like I could do another 3 miles, then I'll go 17 to the next shelter. I think it's Limestone Shelter. I'm not sure the name of it. That might be the one after. I don't know. But, and that would be a 17-mile day. That is unlikely. I think we're going to keep the mileage a little down while it's hot like this. And apparently the campground got really good reviews on Far Out from other campers, other hikers that have stayed there. So those comments are really good. So did the shelter. So either one would be a good place for tonight. So we'll see how it goes. A lot of people showed up at camp last night, probably around 7:30. I was already done with dinner. She came, and probably about 6 other hikers came. They're all going into Kent today because they need to resupply, but then they're going to be back on trail, and they're planning on going the 17 miles to that other shelter. So I don't know if I'll see them, but they were all very nice. Couple from Germany, and just a whole bunch of other through hikers. So there were tents everywhere. Anyway, hope you're all having a great Tuesday, and I will check in later. Bye. We are almost at the top of Caleb's Peak, and both in Far Out and another hiker warned me that at the very top there's a sign that says Caleb's Peak on the right, and on the left is a very angry yellow jacket nest. So we want to avoid that yellow jacket nest because they will sting me and they will sting a dog. So we're going to keep our eye out for that and try to pass by as quickly and as quietly as possible. So let us pray. All right, well, I see the sign. It's right there. And there's the view. So I think what we're going to do is just go wide and try to avoid it. All right, well, here's the view. We managed to avoid it. I didn't really see any nest, but we just kind of went quickly. So I think we're good. Right, Micah? I think we're good. So we're going to keep going, but it's beautiful up here. It's a little hazy, but it's beautiful breeze. And we're going to keep going because it's warm. We don't need to be in this radiant heat with the granite here, but it is beautiful. This outlook is called St. John's Ledges. It's just a little bit of a walk from the AT, 20 yards maybe. Definitely worth it. Beautiful. We're just hiking along the Housatonic River. It's beautiful, but it's very warm. I took Micah's pack off and I'm actually carrying it. It's flat here and we have another, I think, half mile to get to a shelter, which we're gonna stop and eat lunch there. And then, I don't know, I might strap his pack to my pack and just give him a break today because it is pretty warm. We'll see. Swim for Micah in the Housatonic to cool off. And no pack this afternoon. I'm going to carry it for him. It's 87 degrees. There's a nice breeze. It's really not that hot in terms for me, but I just got he just seemed to be laboring a little bit. He's got 3 days of food packed in his pack. I just think we have to be smart. So I'm going to carry his food and his pack today for the rest of the day and give him a little break. But as you could see, he seems to be a very happy dog. I think I'm just being overly cautious, but you have to be in this weather. This is a nice section of the hike. We've been along the river, and now we just cut into these fields with tall grasses and wildflowers. Very pretty. I don't know how long we're going to be on this, but let's see. Looks like some hay fields. And that's where it just came from. There's this beautiful hay field here. Wet dog in this heat is a happy dog. And no pack, he is a happy guy. I did notice on his right paw, he was he's gonna go roll in the dirt. Oh, Micah, you were so clean. Oh well. I did notice on his right paw, one of his nails is ground down almost to the quick. So I noticed he was favoring it a little bit, but he's certainly running and doing everything. He's not acting at all like he's got a problem. But when I palpated the nail and looked at it, he wasn't happy. So probably when he was descending with some of those rocks, he scraped it down, and it's pretty much down to the quick. So I'm gonna keep my eye on it, and if I have to put a booty on him, I will. I have booties. He seems much happier without his pack on. So I'm gonna carry his pack and his food for a while until his nail is back to normal, but he certainly isn't acting like there's a problem. Here I have, okay, tell me your names again.
I'm Nick.
Nick.
Stomper.
Stomper. And Stomper just completed the AT from Georgia to Maine. You went Nobo? And he started March 13th. I started March 8th. So that tells you that he was going really fast. How many zeros did you take, Stomper?
This one.
He took 1 0.
I took a bunch of Neros.
Some Neros, but he took 1 0. So he kept going. Wow. And his favorite part was the White Mountains. And they are here doing trail magic. They have donuts, they have cold drinks, they have water, they have oranges. They took my garbage, and I am very grateful.
We can also charge your phone if you need a
Oh,
charge.
I forgot to
Do you
say
need a
that. Yeah.
charge?
Do you need a charge?
We just had to ford that river there. Those large rocks to the left of the waterfall is what we did. Micah led the way, and we had no trouble. And I stayed pretty dry, so that was good.